Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing a review of Death by Coffee by Alex Erickson. This is the first in the bookstore cafe mystery series, and I didn't like it. It was not for me. So, full transparency, I just got off of reading sprints for Game of Tomes with Robin. I've already had some wine, and at this point we're just gonna finish what I have in the bottle and call it a night. So today I have Cupcake Red Velvet. That will be our wine for tonight, and I have a lot of feelings about this book, so it's going to be a good time. So in Death by Coffee, our main character Chrissy moves to Pine Hills with her best friend Vicky. They open a coffee shop and call it Death by Coffee because it's the name of a mystery novel by Chrissy's dad, who is a famous novelist. Across the street from Death by Coffee is a attorney's office, I guess? Something like that. Someone comes in from that office, they order a cup of coffee, and then shortly after they die. This person has a severe peanut allergy, and it turns out that somehow traces of peanut had gotten into their coffee. So as with most cozy mysteries, the main character decides to try to figure out what happened, and we follow her story from there. I gave this 2 stars. This is my second time reading a cozy mystery, and the first time that I tried, I read Murder by the Book by Lauren Elliott, and I gave that 2.75 stars. I didn't like that either, and it was on my worst of 2021. This will be on my worst of 2022. I do have recommendations for other cozy mysteries because I do still want to give them a try. So the 2 that I'm remembering off the top of my head that were mentioned in the reading sprints tonight were Coffee Shop Mystery series that takes place in New York, and then the Seashore Cafe, something like that. But yeah, I will be trying cozy mysteries again, but my first 2 attempts were complete fucking fails. So if you have not yet read Death by Coffee but would like to, this is your official spoiler warning. All right, so I've got my handy dandy notebook, and let me just read you my first note, okay? First chapter thoughts. I don't like Chrissy. So that's fun. And to be fair, so at first, the reason that I didn't like her is that she had a lot of self-doubt. She was constantly comparing herself to Vicky and talking about how gorgeous Vicky is and comparing herself to other women and, oh, well, no one would ever look at me like that and blah, blah, blah. It's also just abundantly clear that this was written by a man. And I looked it up. It is indeed written by a man. And why? I don't know. Why couldn't the main character be male? I would love to read a cozy mystery with a male protagonist. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if that exists. If it does, let me know, because I definitely want to check it out. If it's well written, don't recommend me something that I'm not gonna like. It won't go well for either one of us. She was also unnecessarily mean to other people, particularly her thoughts about other people. Like, a woman walks into the coffee shop, she describes her as dumpy looking. Was that necessary? And then it also proof that this was written by a man. There's one character where there would be a weird fixation on her breasts, and I was like not that other women can't look at titties, but it was just this is not the way that we would describe them. So it was just abundantly clear, and then I looked it up and my suspicions were confirmed. So because this is the first book in a series, I do assume that with the cafe being named after a book that Chrissy's dad wrote, that maybe he makes an appearance at some point. I won't be sticking around long enough to find out, but I don't know, it was just a weird fixation on her father as well, and I just didn't really care about any of that. So because this is only my second time reading a cozy, let me know if this is accurate. That number 1, there's always going to be a love interest, and 2, the love interest is likely a cop or detective that's investigating whatever murder takes place. That seems, oh no, this is my 3rd time reading a cozy. Oh my god. The first time I read Death of a Dapper Snowman, and I fucking hated it. I'm starting to rethink if I really want to dive into these anymore. You know what? I'll give a couple more chance. Plus, I have one by V.M. Burns. The Plot is Murder, so I'm gonna be reading that later this year. We'll see how that goes, y'all, but I don't know about this. Make sure I stock back up online. How have I been recording for 10 minutes already? I haven't even said anything. So the person that comes to the coffee shop, his name's Brendan Lawyer. During their first encounter, he's very rude. And so then he goes back to his office, which is right across the street, and he dies. The cop, I think his name is Paul, he mentioned to Chrissy that Brendan had a severe peanut allergy, and she's like, I don't have anything with peanuts, so it couldn't have been the coffee. But she spends like, I want to say maybe 40% of the book thinking that she's responsible for his death and keeps blaming herself. And it's just like, bitch, all you're doing is inserting yourself into a situation that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Calm the fuck down. Like, please stop. You already said that you don't have any peanuts. So how is it your fault? How you put peanuts in the coffee if you don't got no peanuts? I just want to know how that works. Another thing that really bothered me about this book, so in Murder by the Book, the main character is interested in the crime because it has to do with her. Someone is attacking her store, attacking her home, and she wants to protect herself. Like, she needs to be in the know, right? This bitch is just fucking nosy. Like, she's just inserting herself into a situation that has nothing to do with her. She has absolutely no right to, but she keeps doing it anyway, and everybody just fucking lets her. For what reason? I don't fucking know. But it really irritated me because it didn't make any sense. I'm just going to continue to give you examples of how fucking stupid Chrissy is. Brendan's wife's name is Heidi. Heidi's mom's name is Regina, I think. Regina comes into the store, and when she leaves, Chrissy runs after her. In the middle of the day, her business is open, runs after her, like follows her for at least a block, catches up to her and is like, how do you feel about the death of your son-in-law? Bitch, what? Like, you're not a reporter. You're not a cop. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you like this? It doesn't make any sense. And like, I cannot imagine what the author's intention was. Like, is she supposed to be bold? Is she supposed to be edgy? Because it's not working. And I think this book was published in like 2013. Like, sure, it's been almost a decade, but like, what the fuck? Oh my god. And then the fucking police chief, I don't remember her name, Chief Dalton. She is Paul's mother, of course. She literally pulls Chrissy aside at some point and is like, oh yeah, you'll do. And she's like, what? And she goes, for my son. What the fuck? Gives her a phone number, no name, didn't show her a picture or anything, just gives her a phone number and it's like, yeah, you should call him. So she calls. They go on their first date. Paul, I think I mentioned that he's also a cop. They go on their first date, and literally Chrissy's like, don't you want to take me to the crime scene? And he's like, sure. In what world would that be acceptable? None of it makes sense. Literally not a goddamn thing in this book made sense. Then this bitch sneaks into the law firm across the street because she saw Brendan's brother go in there. So she catches the door before it closes after him and starts asking random ass questions to him and his father that she has no business asking. And it's just like, I don't understand. It seems like she says, I just want to talk. And everybody's just like, okay, let me tell you all these things that you have no business to even ask about. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. If something happened in my family and some random bitch comes up to me and starts asking questions, you're lucky if I don't try to knock your teeth down your fucking throat, because that's so fucking disrespectful. Oh my god. Okay, so then there's like a mistress, and okay, the mistress's name is Tessa. Tessa owns a dress shop. Chrissy is walking into the dress shop because she needs a dress for her date with Paul. And she overhears Heidi, the wife, say to Tessa, if only you hadn't slept with him. So when she walks in, the bell dings, Heidi leaves. Chrissy walks up to Tessa and is like, oh, so was that Heidi Lawyer? Is what she said true? Were you sleeping with Brendan? The fucking audacity. I understand this is a small town and everything, but if someone like Chrissy had done this shit in real life, she would have gotten her jaw rocked. There is no way that this many people would have let her get away with this because it doesn't make any sense. Then this bitch looks in the phone book to find out Heidi's address and just shows up on her fucking doorstep. And it's just like, I just want to ask you some questions about your dead husband. She goes to Heidi's house. When she rings the doorbell, Regina, Heidi's mother, answers the door. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And she's like, well, I just want to ask some questions. Regina goes off, as she should, as everybody in this fucking book should. And Chrissy has the audacity to be upset and say, how does she think she has the right to talk to me like this? I don't know, bitch. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you are poking your nose in business that does not belong to you. Because someone is dead and you're running around playing detective for no reason. Chrissy Hancock is the dumbest character that I've ever read in my 28 years of living. The white woman drama in this book is unreal. And I witness white women drama every day at work. But this, I would have had to leave town. Oh, Chrissy also has a cat named Misfit, and she lets this cat walk all over her and run her life. I guess it was supposed to feed into the, oh, cats are assholes thing, but like, Misfit is a whole nother level. Or maybe Chrissy's just a bitch. I'm gonna go with Chrissy's just a bitch. It's not Misfit's fault. My final thoughts here. So, first of all, it turns out that Tessa and Heidi were sleeping together. So, remember, Brendan and Heidi are married. Brendan cheated on Heidi with Tessa, and then Heidi cheated on Brendan with Tessa. Cool, whatever. Y'all could have been a throuple for real. But what happened was Heidi and Brendan decided to get back together. So, as it turns out, Tessa's the killer. Oh no. But then Chrissy pieced it together somehow and confronted Tessa like in the coffee shop. Tessa runs away and Chrissy, a normal civilian, no sort of training whatsoever, decides to chase her back to her store. And then, of course, at the last minute, she's saved by Paul. Woohoo. Why the fuck would you do that? On top of that, Tessa is described as having dark skin. So, the only person of color is not only gay, which was made into a bigger deal than it needed to be. Granted, like I said, I think this came out in 2013. Gayness wasn't new in 2013, so I don't know why it had to be made into such a big deal. The only person of color in this entire fucking book, allegedly, is the villain. Really? Am I surprised? No. Am I still irked? Fuck yeah. So she gets arrested and that's that. That is death by coffee. But another thing that really pissed me off about Chrissy is that, so her best friend Vicky is the one who moved to, what's it called, Pine Hills first, and found this space and was like, hey, let's do it. Let's do our dream. Let's open up a cafe / bookstore. Throughout literally 99% of this book, Chrissy is complaining about how they're not getting enough customers. They're probably gonna have to close. Business isn't doing well, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, you are constantly fucking neglecting your job. It's supposed to be a 2-person team, and every fucking day, all of this takes place over like maybe a week at the most. Minimum, maybe like 3-4 days. Chrissy is never at work for a full fucking day except for the first day. Because instead of doing her job, instead of going out and getting business, she's running around town being an intrusive little bitch, but is constantly complaining like, oh, we're gonna have to close the shop. I don't wanna ask my dad for another loan. Business just isn't picking up the way I thought it would. Well, bitch, maybe try doing your fucking job. instead of sticking your nose in people's fucking business, instead of running all over town and being intrusive as fuck for no valid reason. And on the back of the book, in the blurb, it says something like, oh, well, she loves puzzles and mysteries. That's not a good enough reason. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's late, I'm tired, and I was on the sprints ranting with Vina and Robin about books that people love that really ain't shit, and that got me into a ranty mood. And then I've been recording for 27 minutes and I don't know how the fuck that happened. So those are my thoughts on Death by Coffee. Let me know if you have read this book or if it's on your TBR, and if after watching this you still think you're gonna read it. Also feel free to recommend me other cozy mysteries. Anything will be better than this at this point. But I'm ready to go to bed, so that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.